incredible gains brought about by these cooperative movements, as no doubt cooperative societies have become the backbone of economic growth, empowering individuals to achieve more together than they could alone. With more than 30 million members and counting across the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, cooperative societies have been the investment backbone of millions of Nigerians, transforming not just the agricultural sector in Nigeria, but almost every facet of the Nigerian economy by pooling resources, increasing productivity, and sharing the benefits equitably. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, if you agree with that, please, a round of applause for cooperative societies across the world. Please, let's appreciate ourselves. Against all odds, some leaders have distinguished themselves in the course of the amazing feats recorded by various cooperatives, and Crasson, once again, is here to say, like the biblical parable of the talents, well done, thou good and faithful leader, and so, we say congratulations and well done to all the nominees and winners as we kickstart in earnest the 5th edition of the Nigerian National Cooperative Awards tagged TRAILBLAZERS 2023 under the theme Reimagining Cooperatives in Nigeria, Our Success Stories, Challenges, and the Way Forward. My name is Louisa Olaniyi, and it's an honor to be your host for today. Last year in Abuja, it was really amazing, and we promise you that, yes, we're back in Lagos, the center of aquatic splendor, Lasgidi for show, Eko for show, and we're here to give you a show tonight. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please give yourselves a warm applause for making it time to be here today and always honoring the Crasson invitation each time you're called upon. All right, it's a beautiful Sunday evening, and we won't like to waste much of our time because, of course, work starts tomorrow. But before we continue, please permit me to say Happy International Men's Day to all the men around. So if you're sitting beside a young man, an old man, a daddy, a grandpa, please say something beautiful. Hug a man beside you. Say something. I mean, we celebrate women thousands and thousands of times a day. But men, the only few days that we have for them, we might not really take that. We don't want to take that with kid gloves. Just hug a man beside you. Give him a hug. Tell him, daddies, you are loved. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you very much for celebrating. I know, I mean, the men were like, oh, today is even our day. They even forgot. And then we have like 1001 Women's Day. So let's appreciate them today. Thank you very much. It's also World Toilet Day. I wonder why they put that side by side. Maybe there will be a reason for that anyway. But that being said, for us that are here and you feel like using the convenience, we have 2 sets of conveniences in this building, one by my right, the other by my left. For both male and female, you can just excuse yourself and do the needful and just help us, of course, to keep it as clean as you met it so that others can also use it in good time. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much of our time, before we go into the formal recognitions, please can we be upstanding? Let us start tonight's event with the Nigeria's national anthem. Technical guys, if you're ready, please let's do this. While we're still standing, please, I'm going to reel out a few set of questions, And if that applies to you, please sit down. Sit down if you sent a happy International Father's Day to your daddy today. The Lord is watching you. I have many questions. Don't worry, don't be in a hurry. Sit down if you sent a message to your daddy today. Sit down if you still have your dad living. Sit down if you have a full tank of fuel in your car. Sit down if you missed your way while coming here. Sit down if you've ever beat traffic light. Don't lie, the Lord is watching. Sit down if you're a good swimmer. Sit down if you attended Abuja's event last year. Okay? Sit down if you ever smiled at someone and the person was not smiling back at you. We still have about 5 people standing. Sit down if you've not eaten today. Sit down if you've ever cursed someone in traffic out of annoyance. This daddy must be a saint. Sit down if you want to japa from this country. Patriotic Nigerian. Sit down if you love President Tinubu. All right, he's the last man standing, right? And he's a man. So let's celebrate men one more time. That's to show that today belongs to the men. So happy International Men's Day one more time. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to go through these recognitions. Like I said, we're all specially invited and we're happy to see you today. Of course, Lagos wouldn't have been this conducive for us. We're in IKEJA, the seat of power. And of course, our very dear governor, the executive governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has made Lagos conducive for us to host this event. So we're going to be welcoming His Excellency, the executive governor of Lagos State. We have word that his representative will be joining us soon. But let's appreciate him for giving us the opportunity to host this in Lagos. A round of applause for the government of Lagos State. Equally giving us our full support at this event is the Osun State government, ably represented at this event by the Honorable Commissioner for Cooperative and Empowerment, Honorable Prince Bayo Ogungbangbe, FSSCM. A round of applause for him, please. Ogungbangbe, a round of applause. Thank you very much. God bless you. Equally, of course, having our support all the way from the FCT, we have the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Mr. Idris Ali Sani, ably represented at this event by the Director of the Ministry in the person of Mrs. Omolara Abimbola Oguntuyi. A round of applause for her, please. She's wearing 2 hats this beautiful evening, as she's also representing our special guest of honor, Senator Abubakar Kyari, CON, Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Food Security. A round of applause for her, please. You can see that while we're celebrating men, what a man can do, a woman can also do better. So please, let's appreciate her one more time. Equally join me to make welcome our host state commissioner, Mrs. Folashade Ambrose Medebem, Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Commerce, Cooperative Trade and Investment, Lagos State. Let's appreciate her with a round of applause. Our royal guest of honor, His Royal Highness Adegbola Orolugbagbe Oyegulu I Odoleowa of Ijesha Land. Please, let's appreciate him. Our father of the day, High Chief Awe Rufus M., a veteran corporator and an administrator. He is the Onijebu of Itoto Ikpe Akoko land. Hope I got that correctly. A round of applause. You're very much welcome, Your Royal Highness. Also, our mother of the day, Chief Mrs. Dayo Igbeta, the Yeye Meso of Ikotuegbe land. She is ably represented this evening by Mr. Lanre Akinwale. A round of applause for him, please. Thank you very much for coming. We also want to recognize in a very special way all of the executive of the Crassen Group, our numerous awardees here seated at this table. Please appreciate them, every one of them seated at this table. Thank you very much for being amazing and, of course, being worthy to be nominated and awarded tonight. We say very much, a very big thank you for coming and also welcome you specially. Our distinguished partners, exhibitors, sponsors, and distinguished men of the press. Please, let's appreciate you all for coming with a round of applause. Thank you very much for coming. As, of course, some of our dignitaries and other guests come in, I will do the recognition as the day go by.